Salute, salute, salute. All my generals, all my lions, all my real men. Got some breaking news right now. Definitely hit the like, share, subscribe to Lions and Men. Instagrams, Lions underscore N underscore men. But let's get into it. Kyle Rittenhouse. For those of y'all, most of y'all should know, or the name should sound familiar. For those of y'all that are not familiar with this young man, he's an 18-year-old who was charged with multiple charges, around 5. And he was charged because he shot 3 people at a rally. And it was one of the police rallies during the Trump era, I believe, too. He was a supporter also, this young man, I believe. And he went out to Wisconsin somewhere, and he got involved into an altercation with 3 other individuals that led to him shooting all 3 of the individuals, murdering 2, and seriously injuring the last perpetrator, or last individual, let's say. So the defense basically was self-defense, you know? So he was protecting himself. They have aerial footage of most of the crime, I believe. Definitely one of the incidents that took place. And right now, today, this young man just got acquitted of all charges. He just beat the case. Now, again, for those of y'all not aware, this is a young Caucasian man from the suburbs of Wisconsin, Camora, Wisconsin, or something like that, I believe it was. And this young man just got away. I don't want to say getting away, because if it was self-defense, it was self-defense, you know. I wasn't there. I mean, the picture that's being painted by certain individuals right now is like, yo, look, another white person is getting away with murder, you know, killing 2 people and seriously injuring a 3rd. I don't know if all 3 were black, so I'm not sure on that. We'll have to clarify that. Let me know if the 2 men that passed were black, or even the one that got injured. But this young man just beat the case, so he ain't got nothing to worry about. He is good to go. All charges dismissed. I believe he's 18 years old, so he must have been 17. He was 17 years old when he caught these bodies. When he went over there and dumped out, had a shootout. Now, in fairness, because I'm not going to paint this young man as a bad guy just because he's white and he caught 2 bodies and injured another person, because sometimes we kind of glorify shit like that when it happens to people that we know of that are popular and they got away with certain stuff. You got certain rappers that have been glorifying certain situations that they've been in and encountered, and somebody ended up perishing, passing away due to them doing it, but it was all legal and they did it. Sometimes it's like a badge of honor, so to speak. So in all fairness, this young man, Kyle Rittenhouse, when he got into an altercation with somebody, he ran. He got chased. They have footage of that. He was strapped, but so was the other perpetrator also, or the other individual. So in all fairness, that did happen. That's video footage that they had, that they presented during the trial. And they had a whole lot more stuff that was presented at trial. We ain't going to get into all that right now. But at the end of the day, just to be fair, that young man did have an altercation and he was dipping, running away, going the opposite direction. Then eventually, he turned around and he started letting off. And the other dude was still chasing behind him with a gun in his hand. So that's to be, keep it 100. So, I know it's it's real bitter for the people that, family, salute to them, you know, and that's hard for them because they feel like there's no justice now, you know. Their family members perished, died, and this man killed him. You know, he shot and killed him. But in all fairness, it looked like it was a shootout. It was an altercation. Something that went crazy. And now the kid must have, his little ass should have never fucking went the fuck over there with that gun like a dumbass. And this would have never happened. But that doesn't deserve a life sentence. Because his little stupid ass went over there with a gun and thinking it was all cool, maybe, yeah, maybe being police. And then now look at, like, and God bless the kid, because like I said, if it's innocent and all that, Kyle Rittenhouse, if he really just innocently did that, and then he ends up getting into altercation and he's scared and dude's just trying to gun at him and he's defending himself, he's in the right. You know? He just should have never put his fucking little dumbass in that situation. And he learned from your mistakes, but now he's gonna have a target on his back everywhere he go. He could get the bag off of it too, though. That's crazy. Sometimes there's always situations that are less ridiculously crazy and heartbreaking and fucked up, and they turn into some sort of a blessing, so to speak. Yeah, I said that. That's a fact. Cause I don't know who even knew the fuck a Kyle Rittenhouse was. It's crazy that we even know him because of this such a severe case. I mean that happened in an altercation that he had with these 3 individuals, and 2 people lost their lives. 1 person got seriously hurt. Like, it was a whole trial. Everything is on social media, so nobody knew who this dude Kyle. Now his name is, everybody gonna know who Kyle Rittenhouse is. And it's gonna be hard for this kid to fucking to get back to normal. It's gonna be different now. It's a whole different world, baby. He gonna have to grow up fast. We already grown. You caught 2 bodies. You know what I mean? You up there. It's like a whole different ball game now. Cause the kid, he gonna have motherfucking, a lot of people gonna be mad. He gonna be feeling funny if any of the people that was black, even if they not. If they was white, it doesn't matter. Like, you murdered. But now if it was some Spanish or black, in the hood, he gonna be looking at everybody of color a certain type of way. Now, in all fairness also, this is another fact. The majority of that jury was all white. I believe it was only 2 or 3 people that weren't white in that whole jury pool. Facts. So that's kind of crazy also. That shit like that is still happening. You gotta mix it up, man. How is it fair and balanced if it's not mixed up? Just putting 3 people in there of color, that's it, or 4 out of 12, that's crazy. But at the end of the day, the kid beat the case. He beat the case. It was a majority all-white juror. He was 17 at the time, so he was young and dumb. He also was a Trump supporter, so that shows you how fucking crazy right he was right there. When I mean right, conservative, Republican, leaning. Anyway, and now he beat everything. All it was 5 charges. And he ain't got shit to worry about now. He back out there, a free man. Meanwhile, we got video footage now of the perpetrators that murdered and shot to death of the ones that killed young Dolph. They got video footage of them gunning him down, broad daylight. Dudes pulled out something mean, bro. 2 hands on that. And the other one had a handgun. They was leaning on him, waiting on him. This wasn't this was a hit or personal. It doesn't take a fucking rocket scientist to know that this shit was beef. And if it wasn't beef, it was from beef. It was no matter what is related to some bullshit. They didn't even try to rob the nigga, my nigga. Rest in peace, the young Dolph. And they knew he was dolo, probably. They probably knew maybe he had a strap. Who knows? Young Dolph probably had the strap, or maybe he didn't. I ain't hear nothing about him having a firearm. So mind you, now we got this situation going on with young Dolph. And I don't know if they got the dudes yet. I have no idea. I haven't seen none of that yet. No breaking news yet that I've seen. But I did see the footage, a still of the footage. And in that still of the footage, you see that they one of them is like this, the other one is like this, and they let him have it. God bless his soul. You got all these rappers that's feeling like they could just talk all this, get into a lot of situations. Sometimes get away with things. Most of the time get away with things, especially when you're already up there. Because everybody want to kiss your ass, be your friend, ask you for something. You know, niggas is getting caught lacking, man. Rules got to start moving more militant, man. The bag is always the bag comes to you when you're already up there like that. Know what I mean? You don't gotta really chase the bag. The bag is dead. You just gotta know where to look. Feel me? And when you dead like that, when your name is a brand and that's solidified already, like solidified, that's a brand right there. You could get money off your name. Like what most of these rappers will do, you get money off your name. Yo, you got Young Dolph perform over here or pull up for like 5 minutes. He can get bag off of that. What, 5 bands, 10 bands, 15, 20, whatever he charging. Once you could do that, you Gucci. You don't really got to be going on crazy. That bag is going to be there. You know what I mean? Always. But those is getting too comfortable. Those is getting too comfortable, unfortunately. And it's been happening for years. This ain't something new. It's just people are seeing it more now. Look, video footage of everything now, you know? And with the corona and everything, it's crazy and it intensified, you feel me? And that's what's happening now. But it's been happening. And you had Chink Drugs. Rest in peace to Chink Drugs. You know what I mean? You got, he was at like one of the most fire albums I heard of that year. I believe 2016? Rest in peace to him if I'm wrong on the year and all that. I know it was around then. That boy's album, he was about to take off. Rest in peace to Chink Drugs. Stack bundles. Like, R.I.P. Like, these dudes was beasts. I mean, peak of their prime, bro. And they get took and snatched up. Because this been happening, bro. And I'm telling you, the only way to change it is if we change it. We gonna have to change it. And we gonna have to get our hands dirty. I mean, it starts from the bottom up. I mean, you gotta really break shit down and rebuild. Right now, it's to the point where we just gotta get all the real ones together, man. Facts. I'm telling you, man. We're going to keep y'all in tune always with the latest relevant facts that's going on Lions and Men. Until then, I definitely got y'all with some good old Rikers Island stories. That's the grassroots of this right here. That's where it started, so we always going to have something like that for y'all. And I do got some dudes that I'm going to introduce y'all to that I'm still in contact with. Salute to Lottie Dottie. He out in Ulster right now. He on his way home soon. He'll be home sooner than what he think. You know what I mean? Once he get that time computation sheet, he gonna get his papers and he out of there. You know what I mean? So salute to him. Can't wait for him to touch town. And I'm gonna hit y'all back. Y'all already know what it is. Lions and Men. 1.